rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a five-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You couldn't buy a seat in this place. You'd be very lucky if you're ringside, but you know what? Watch it from home, you've got everything on the plate.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nope, that jab not going to score. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
That one lands. Nice punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Quick punch scores. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Don't wait to load up. You're much better. It's not even in your league.
And there's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter shot lands. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Just misses with that uppercut. The jab doesn't quite connect. Both men step back for just a moment. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Nice counter. He scores with the counter. Misses. That hook doesn't score. How about that time counter shot? The jab not finding its target. Good defense blocking that right uppercut. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it.
They believe...
On to the third. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Neither fighter willing to slow down. The perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Do you believe what we're seeing? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pop areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Well done with that counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They missed with the jab. exchange punches. Nice counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
That counter punch caught him clean. That uppercut doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jones Jr. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
So close with that uppercut. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. There's a scoring blow. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Did I feel good? Good man.
Start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win the round back.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
A shot from the gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.